This is TRTSF, and I am your host, Bruce Wayne. And I have not been doing a damn thing. But, that's okay. I have some updates on the way I am trying to see my content go, and kind of what I've been wanting to do differently, and what I strived to do at the beginning. So I ended up getting my hands on a not getting my hands on, but I basically got a way to screen record my gameplay from my Switch. So now I'm able to play Monster Hunter on my Switch and use the gameplay from that in my videos. I'm nobody important, but that's an upgrade for me. I've been trying to figure out a way from just having standard pictures go on for like a whole hour to actual gameplay and having games on my computer to testing that out. And in the span of all that time, it's taken me about a year, and even giving myself some time off, which was about 4 months, I think. Jesus Christ. Was it 4 months? I don't know. But that is the good part about things. Hopefully editing will be easy, and I'll be able to push this content out the way I want to, because you gotta start small, and I've had a conversation, or more so of an interview, but a conversation with a friend of mine, about backlogging, and just being able to kind of like content grind. But it's all about motivation and you wanting to do it in the first place, because if you don't want to do it, you're just not going to. That's the simple answer for it. Yes, people can force you and shit like that, but it's also about the enjoyment factor of things. Like take it like this: when you're going to work, do you want to enjoy yourself? Feel like you're there, get your money and go. While having while depending on the day, maybe having a good time. Or would you rather it just be you all up in your own shit, and same general premise, get your money and go, but wouldn't you rather have a good time while doing something that you don't like than stressing yourself out more? Because that creates, that just creates an unhealthy cycle, which leads to you not liking the job, and maybe you might not want to keep the job. But that goes without saying. I did have a topic for this week, and I wanted to talk about MF Doom. He's a very influential rapper, and he's a guy that passed away last year. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm positive he passed away last year. R.I.P. to Doom. But I want to talk about some of his music that I do like, and just some reasons why I might have gotten into it, and see how long I can keep this up. Some of the songs that I tend to like are, let's trail it back just a little bit. How I was introduced to MF Doom. I was introduced to MF Doom, I don't know if it was through my mom or something. I remember hearing one of his old songs when I was younger, called Doomsday, and then when I was older, I ended up coming across a song, and I'm like, I know this song, but I never knew who the artist was and stuff like that. Or I might have been told the artist and I wasn't paying attention, because when you're young, sometimes you just don't pay attention to things. That's just how it is. But from that song that my friend had played for me, I from there was introduced to more of the music. He would play, different songs and stuff that he liked, and would just pretty much put me on with music. And it's the nigga that I literally have podcasts with all the fucking time. My homie Death Rider, nigga, basically just put me on with all my music. That well, I can't say all. A lot of the rap music that I listen to today, I listen to because of him. So there's that. But the other genres that I do listen to, I get from various places. Myself included, because there was a time where I did go into. That's besides the point. That's how I was introduced to MF Doom, and some of the songs I was able to find were honestly the one song from that album, Doomsday. That I used to like a lot was one of them was I Hear Voices. Another one was it was the last song. I don't really remember the name. Like Heroes or something. It's not Heroes or Hero. I don't know. Maybe Hero and Villain. I don't know. But if you know the album, it's the last song of the album. I used to think that song goes hard. And it still does till this day. Some songs I did find in the future that were very notable. Well, it's crazy because like when I think about it, I can't say that I really found them. So let me correct myself and say the songs that I was introduced to, one was called Hoe Cakes. I listened to it one time and I was like, damn, this is a good song. And then went back to listening to the old shit that I just listen to every goddamn day. That's my life. What else? Probably like a year later, I was introduced to that actual album, which is Food. So a very different album name, but it's a fucking good album. Have some of my best songs there too. Potholders. One Beer. A lot of the interludes. When I really got into the album, which was in the last year, I was talking to my friend about how the interludes that he has in that album, it just goes together as like this little movie or this skit. And when I play the songs and I think about it, it's just like it's a really cool concept that because he takes from the Fantastic Four, the whole MF Doom aesthetic, not MF Doom, the whole, oh god, what the hell, Victor Von Doom aesthetic. There we go. I'm pretty sure he just likes that character a lot or some shit like that. But, just or the aesthetic of being a villain. You never know. Con Queso was a good song, too. Other notable songs, Gazillionaire. Gazillionaire was a good song. I fuck with that heavy. And, one song I heard recently was Change the Beat. It's literally that. Not like every second the beat changes, but like let's say every minute or minute and a half, and the song's like about a 4 or 5 minute song. It changes the beat. It's a good song. And those type of things will draw you into rap music because you get to see how lyrical somebody can be, and using a different type of beat, and using their own unique type of style. It's very interesting when you get to know about it, and you get to know about the person, their background, That's why MF Doom's pretty fucking interesting because, you know, you never know too much about somebody unless you actually go and get the information for yourself. And, you know, that's where your belief comes from. It's like, you know, what do I believe about this person and all that type of stuff. But there are people that tend to idolize, you know, rappers and shit like that. I was like that at a young age. There were some rappers that were just the shit. But I grew out of that. And I can't say I grew out of it quickly, though. It's a big phase. But that is the reason why I got into MF Doom. Just, you know, the lyrical presence. And, well, it's the reason why I got into a lot of rappers that I did. It's because, you know, what they say and, you know, how they're expressing themselves. Because if you know what rap is, come on now. It's a term of fucking expression. You're trying to get a message out and you're trying to tell people just in a different fucking way, not just by saying something. You're trying to tell a story, but in a poetic way. If that makes enough sense. If it doesn't, then I don't know what to fucking tell you. Also, MF Doom has a lot of different, like, you could say personalities, personas. Like, you know, if you know the name, he goes by different names, and that's also cool. Like, you wouldn't know that until you hear him, and then you'd be like, oh, this is just him going by something else. But you see that over time, a lot of rappers switch their names and stuff like that. But the amount of name changes this guy's went through is just, you know, fucking crazy. Like, fucking 5, I think. 4 or 5. But as somebody going through their rap career, you know, you can't imagine the amount of challenges that you got to go through living, you know, living like that where, you know, I don't know if, you know, rap is bringing in all the money or you're getting the so-called or let's say stereotypicalized, what's it called, treatment, NWA treatment, there we go. Because if you're getting that treatment, you already know you don't want to be in the rap game. And there are a lot of people who have gotten out of it through various ways and by various means. But that's neither here nor there. Hopefully, you know, this is a way to just express myself while I'm alone a little bit more, and I'm able to do this by myself because I got to be able to hear myself, not before I'm hearing other people, because at the end of the day, I did start this and, you know, anticipate and go about this for doing it for other people. I'm not mad about that. Just feel like that I did not take enough time to practice on my own. I did take some time, but, you know, that it's attracting from my point and, you know, what I wanted to talk about. But this is what I do. I go off track. I talk about random shit. Just that guy. Like, if I probably start scripting shit, it'll probably help. But I'm not a scripted person. And, yeah, like, the only thing I'll script is questions. And those are just questions I would like to ask. You know, every week I'll be here. Hopefully have something new to talk about. And, you know, hopefully this was a good topic and, you know, you tune in. I have a lot to say, but I don't think it's generally about the topics that I bring up. But I know that I do spend some time on the topics that I bring up, so I hope that everybody has a good night. This is Bruce Wayne with the TRTSF podcast, and I'm signing off.